Dropshipping changed my life completely, and I don't think you fully understand how dropshipping can change your life as well. And not even your life, but also the lives of people around you, because that's what I've done. In the last 5 years, I've been able to generate more than $10 million online with dropshipping, following some simple dropshipping principles. And even in the last 90 days, with the same simple principles, we have generated over $700,000 for this dropshipping store. However, this is not how my life looked like a few years ago. A few years ago, I was still in big debts. I was financially bankrupt personally. And this is crazy to think about that this is just a few years ago. In this video, I will show you the exact same principles that I used to change my life completely and turn it around. Because at the moment that we're recording, I have multiple income streams that make me multi-million dollars in sales just this year. And as you guys can see, for example, for this, if I see for this bank account, if we go to the yearly for 2024, I've been able to generate 1.3 million British pounds this year alone. This bank account did not even existed this year. It started in January and we made $1.5 million. Even for this one, this income stream did not even exist in May and we made $300,000. And even for this one, we made $500,000 in just this year. And it only existed maybe at the January as well. So now I have multiple income streams, all thanks to dropshipping. And I will show you exactly how you can do the same in this video. Because guys, I can tell you my life looked like shit. And I will show you how my life looked like in 2018 and fast forward how I transformed it till the day that we have right now. And this is 2024. Well, the day that I'm recording, it's 2024, but you guys will see it maybe in 2025. So I want to show you guys how your life can change completely in 2025 plus the people around you. You will be grateful for this video. So as you guys can see, in 2016, I was in big debt. Well, big debt, it was 650 euros, but back then I was still a student. Until the end of 2019, I was in 1,700 euros in debt. 4 years in debt, my bank called me and they were like, Jasper, we're going to freeze your bank account and you need to have a financial repayment plan because this cannot go any further. So I was broke, I was in debt, I did not have any debt cards anymore, any credit cards anymore, and my life really crumbled down. In 2016, this is a picture of me and my girlfriend back then, but now she's my fiance. She did not know that I had big problems because I was addicted to gambling at that moment. In 2016, I started to gamble with the money that I got from my student loans, and that was not a smart move. In 2018, I thought gambling online would get me out of trouble, so I kept doing online gambling. This was even the background of my phone back then, which was crazy. Keep calm and bet to win. You see here one of my bet slips in 2018, where I was betting on some crazy stuff like total goals over 6.5 in a match that I did not even know, like the Italian Cup under 19. I did not know what I was doing, but yeah, I won 100 euros and I thought I was the king. I was amazing, but boy, I was wrong. So even at that year, my wife graduated and we went to Las Vegas. And this was a stupid move because in Las Vegas, you have a lot of casinos, as you guys can see. The good thing about casinos is free drinks, but you lose a lot of money, of course. So I lost all of my money in there. I used even a different credit card. I maxed that thing out as well, I believe until 8K. And my debt went crazy. I ended up with a 10K debt, which was terrible. So in 2019, I was like, okay, I need to repack my life. I need to finish my university as a physical therapist and get my first 9 to 5, which I did. Here you see me happy with my graduation ceremony. And here you see my first contract that I signed as a physical therapist. My background is a physical therapist. So everything around dropshipping, I did not know. I had no experience, no skills. The only thing that I knew was treating people's back and neck. That's the thing that I did. And I always make this joke because I had a very big ego, but I did not have any money. So my wife borrowed me some money, 300 euros to be honest. And this was the only car that I could buy for 300 euros. It's insane. This car is from 1991. It's 3 years older than me, and I drove this car while I was a physical therapist. I even got back pain from this car, and then I needed to treat people with their back pain, which is crazy, right? This is the joke that I always make. So in 2019, I noticed, okay, the physical therapy 9 to 5 job is not going to help me repaying the 10K in debt. So I started doing some research and saw that people recommended this book to really change your mindset. And it is. Think and Grow Rich was the first touch point of changing my mindset and changing my perspective on the world, what was happening around me. And I really love this book. So if you guys want to read something and you did not read this one, you should be reading this one. So what I did, I watched hundreds of hours of content. Let me make this a little bit closer for you guys. I watched hundreds of hours of content for free on YouTube from Sebastian, for example, where he documented his whole journey as a dropshipper. Jordan Welsh, the same. I watched all of his content. Last year, in 2023, I went to Capital Club from Lou Belmore and I met Jordan Welsh in person and I told him, dude, I'm so grateful for your content because it changed my life completely. And he even interviewed me on his YouTube channel, which is funny. You can see on his YouTube channel that he interviewed me. So the first course that I bought was from Christopher from King Kong. He died, sadly, so rest in peace. But this guy was teaching something magical that I've never seen before. He was teaching that you should create branded one-product dropshipping stores with beautiful content on there. So yeah, I did. I made my own ads. So here you guys can see my first ad that I made for my one-product store. This was a sticky iPhone case that you could stick everywhere. But yeah, as you guys can see, it did not solve any big problems. But this was my first try to make a ad work, which is funny. But yeah, this thing did not work out. Then I started making my one-product stores with own content. This was my first store, face cleaner, in the Dutch market. You guys can see here, I was making my own content with my wife back then. This was in 2020. I tried everything. So she was doing this. This was my first UGC content when I did not even know what UGC content was back then. So yeah, every minute that I had, I was in my ad accounts. At that moment, I was living at my dad's place. So this is my dad's place because I did not have any money. We stayed at my dad's place. So I was on his couch. I bought a puppy. I rescued actually a puppy. This is my dog, Diego. His family could not take care of him. So I was like, oh, I want to take care of this puppy, but I did not have any money. So I was 24/7 in the ad accounts with Diego on my lap, which is funny. Here you see me doing some Facebook ads, which was really, really funny. So then something magical happened in 2020. And this was a life blessing for me because I needed to go home as a physical therapist. I was not able to treat people, to treat patients. So I was like, let's give this dropshipping thing a big go. Let's go all in. And I went all in with this 6 weeks. So in these 6 weeks, in October, the first 2 weeks of October, I generated 50K in euros in revenue with a 4% conversion rate, which was very, very, very good. The next month, November, I made 67K. So I already made like close to 120K in just 2 months, which was life-changing money for me. I even made the next month, this was I believe December, I made 40K in revenue and 18K in profit. So finally I was able to repay the debts that I had to the bank, and I repaid it. And of course, I bought a car. I had a car always on the background of my phone. It was this Mercedes A200. It's actually the same that you see there as the white one. And this was the first time when I saw my car hidden under this blanket, and I was so blessed. And I'm still so blessed that I've able to experience this kind of things. Like this experience with your first real money that you've made, it's life-changing. This car, I still have it. It's so funny, but it's a very emotional car for me. So in 2021, I decided to quit my 9 to 5 because I've seen how I changed my life in 2 months. So what if I would go all in? So I quit my 9 to 5 and I went all in. And yes, my life completely changed. It was crazy. I was doing 50K a day with just one store. You see here the old dashboard of Shopify. I was doing in the weekends, this was just a weekend, 36K on, I believe, the Sunday, and on the Saturday I did 33K. So you see here yesterday, today, so 60 or 70K in one weekend. I was doing 70K a day for 3 days straight. We made 210K in just 3 days in 2021. then the big moment happened, my first 1 million month. These are all screenshots from 4 stores that I was running. This was my biggest store. It did 550K in 1 month. Here you see 1st of April 2021 till the 30th, and you see all the 4 stores have the same, and this is combined with each other $1 million, which is insane. This was my first 1 million month. So yeah, finally, I was enjoying life. Of course, what you're going to do, you're going to buy your first watch. You're going to Dubai with your friends and drive your dream car. And this is where my life really, really took off. And yeah, fast forward to 2024, I have a stable income. I got engaged in Marrakesh. I have a beautiful house here in Portugal. I moved out to Portugal. I bought my first $1 million villa. And I turned 30 this year. So this is just in 4 years how it really changed my life completely. And the funny thing is that I right now have such a stable income and I feel so good right now about life that I even become a dropshipping dad in 2025. Yes, guys, you're the first ones to see because I did not announce it anywhere. I'm becoming a dad in 2025. So we have our first dropshipping baby, which is funny. So now what I want to do is I want to talk about the 4 simple dropshipping principles that will change your life completely in 3 months as well. This was just a summary of 2016 till 2024. And I just put here the 4 simple dropshipping principles that really changed my life. So let's start with the first one and let's see. So what I always tell as the first thing is stick with one business model until you have figured it out. What do I mean with that? Do not get a shiny object syndrome. What a lot of people do is they see dropshipping, Amazon FBA, YouTube automation, reselling on eBay, all like trading, crypto, all this different stuff. You know that every business model works. All business models works. But you just need to stick with one, at least for 3 months. And you need to have you need to be blindsided for all the other things, like all the other shiny things. You need to lock in for one business model at least 3 months. And I will tell you later why I choose 3 months. Do not think that the grass is greener on the other side, because it is not. It's really not. Life is not better on the other side if you just decide to switch to YouTube automation or anything else. No, please stick with your business model. Pick a business model that continues to grow, because a lot of people pick the wrong business models that are maybe dying out. So you just need to verify, is this a business model that will be surviving in 2025, 26, 27? Can I do this for years? Well, e-commerce, dropshipping, yes. I think that you maybe have seen how much money has been generated last Q4 in 2024. They are breaking records every year. So e-commerce will be bigger and bigger every year because people buy more online. That's it. So that was the first principle that I used to change my life completely. So let's go to the second one. And the second one is easy as well. And it's very simple because it's always boring. The boring stuff is always the stuff that works. And the second principle that I've used to change my life completely is pick one strategy and stay with it. And what I mean with that is that the worst thing you can do is doing the same that I did. Buying so many different courses, buying so many different mentors or investing in different mentors, and watched so many different content from different people that I just get analysis paralysis. Some people were telling me that I needed to do organic dropshipping or Facebook ads dropshipping, TikTok ads dropshipping. I got confused. I did not know what was working for me. And all the strategies work. That's the funny thing. All the strategies work. All business models work. All strategies work if you know that someone else is crushing it. So that's always the last bullet point. Verify the strategy with other people. Just see if other people are crushing it with the strategy. Then you know the strategy is working. So what I always recommend is that you check the different strategies and match them with your skills. And what I mean with that is I don't have a skill with Photoshop, video editing, photo editing, making the best static creatives. I also hate, to be honest, working 24/7, being in my ad account. So this is why I use only Google Ads for my dropshipping stores, because I don't want to make creatives. I don't want to spam test 50 products a day on Facebook and get banned and this kind of stuff. That strategy is not aligning with how I want to live my life. So don't make strategies, it will get you confused. So just pick one and stay with it, and you will change your life completely. So let's go to the next one. The next one is invest in your goals. So what do I mean with that? Because if you think about investing, it's not about money. What can you invest? Time, money, energy, attention. You can invest so much more into your goals. You should be writing down your goals and invest everything you have. So what do I mean with that? For example, buy courses, buy mentorships, join communities, this kind of stuff. Invest your time and energy in the things that you want to achieve, because this is what you want. Where the attention flows, the money flows. So I hear so many people doing all different kind of stuffs all together. This is not good. You should be investing in the one thing. It's the Pareto rule, right? The 80-20 rule. The 20% of the stuff that you do will bring 80% of the results. And that's what you should be focusing on, okay? Invest in a mentor that has done the thing you want to achieve. That's what I did. In 2020, I bought the first course, and that was my life savings, what I had. That was like the first money that I made with dropshipping. I kept reinvesting it back in mentors and this kind of stuff. And what I always tell people, make new connections with people in the industry. What I did, I went into free Facebook groups, even paid Facebook groups, and I reached out to people if they wanted to work with me together on a public office, on a shared office, and people wanted to. And this was for me the first eye-opening thing that really happened to me, that I saw a dropshipper behind the scenes. He was testing 20 products a day, and I was doing 5 products a day. And I was like, shit, I need to level up. And this was just because I made new connections, okay? Then the next principle, which is also a very simple one. We have already 3, and this is the last one, and I think this is one of the most important ones, is surround yourself with people who have the same mentality and vision as you. I believe like Dan Pena has something like, show me your friends, I will show you your future. It is true. It is really, really true. Just look around yourself and look who you've been surrounding yourself with. Because if you surround yourself with losers, guess what? You will become a loser as well. This was why I went into gambling and I was addicted. Many friends of mine were doing this and I got addicted because of them. And I really needed to cut them off of my life, and that's what I did. I cut them off, and this was the number one thing that I should have done earlier. And yeah, I did it. It's the one number thing that opened up my eyes, that I was like, whoa, if I start surrounding myself with people that want to make a living with dropshipping, I will be making a living with dropshipping. If I surround myself with people that want to make a living with gambling, I will do the same. So now you are able to expand your network. And a lot of people tell like your network is your net worth. I think it's semi-true, but it is very powerful at the beginning because, for example, when you get your first ad account ban or your first problem, now you have people that have the same problem and you can face it together, which makes like a mastermind. Put multiple minds next to each other and boom, you will find the answer. What I always tell is like, don't take the sprint alone, run the marathon together. You can go fast alone, but you can come far together. And this is where I think is really the power of making the connection, of finding your own community. I was a black sheep, to be honest, guys. I was a really black sheep. I was always different. I hated school. I hated my 9-to-5 job. I was doing drop shipping. Like you saw me on the couch with my dad, and my dad was like, what the fuck are you doing? You have a 9-to-5. What are you doing? But now I just feel normal because I have people around me that know that I'm normal, that knows that it is normal to work on your goals while other people are gambling or celebrating the holidays. No, holidays were for me locking in, like really locking in. And these 3 months that I did during COVID back then really changed my life because I did not have anything to do. We're not allowed to go outside. Partying was not allowed. The restaurants were closed. My 9-to-5 job was closed. 3 months just with me and my dad, living at my dad's place and going all in with these principles. And this has been the fundamental of my dropshipping success and has been the fundamental of growing 3 new business models this year and generate more than $5 million this year alone, which is crazy. And this is my life mission. This is my life mission with Freedom Achievers. This is one of my business models that I showed. I created this community. It's a community where we teach how to make $1,000 a day within 90 days using only Google Ads, because I have seen this happening multiple times. Inside the community, people are crushing it. So for example, I will show you how it looked like. I know how this, over here, for example, someone got the first sale, but I can remember this guy. I believe it's Bakir. His name is Bakir. Yes, I believe it's this guy. Let me see. He really showed something inside the community what I really loved. And this was it. He tells here, 8 days ago, finally hit the 10K sales per month this December. So the first 10K month in December. But the crazy thing is, he has a 9-to-5 job and a family to manage. I'm really glad to reach this milestone since I started the Google Ads dropshipping with this course. I really want to thank Jasper and all the team of the community. With a ROAS of 4 with only 1 store, I'm excited about what 2025 will bring. This is insane. So I believe I reached out to him and I asked him a question. Does this feel like passive income? Seems like you're a busy guy, but you still earn 10K next to your social and your work life. Yeah, this is exactly what I feel, especially when I was sick 2 weeks ago. The business was still profitable and some days more profitable than my 9-to-5 job. And yeah, with 2 young daughters and some sleepless nights because of the last one, I still managed to keep working on my store and adding products to have Q4 momentum. So yes, this really feels as passive income. And I think this is a really great testimonial of what I'm trying to achieve here with Freedom Achievers. The first link in the description is linked to Freedom Achievers. If you're still struggling, if you need this community around you, if you need to have these like-minded people that will not call you out for some kind of loser or like some kind of weirdo, I'm inviting you to Freedom Achievers. So click on the first link in the description. I will see you in the community. Let me know what you thought about this video and I will see you in the next one.